I love a good old well, or spring, so I'm out today to visit one such place, St Cynidr well in the small settlement of Ffynnon Gynydd, 200 metres above the Wye Valley. It's about 3 miles west of Glasbury village, where I started my walk. I always enjoy Glasbury, or Clasburig as it is known in ancient times. It's kind of quirky with its garage serving all that pass through from Hay or Brecon to the southwest. It has a number of churches and chapels too, not surprising considering it was an old monastic settlement in the 6th century. Overlooking the river, people start their paddle of the Wye here. 2 such people were Lee and Chris, who I met in their camp in the village. They had inflatables and were a tad delicate from the night before, having a right old skinful. After a decent chat, I bid them goodbye. It was a pleasant meeting. Now on my way, I passed through the western part of the village and stepped onto the Wye Valley walk, heading for the well and no doubt some fantastic views of the Black Mountains and who knows what else. This is where you join me now.
Yeah, rather muddy today, can't really avoid it. Interesting point of view. Finally found a spot to get both the bluff and tumper in. Hay Bluff to the left, tumper to the right, and in the middle is the Gospel Pass, the highest road pass in Wales. Just getting a bit of a jog on because I've been talking a lot and I hope I'm on the right trail. Yeah, this is an old one. This is an old byway. It's marked on the map as a byway. I was going to head through Warmdover, but things are very different on the ground than what they are on the map. It wasn't so simple. So yeah, I just picked up this this old byway. It's been worn in, it has been worn in. It's a real decent old traverse through the backcountry, just off the Wye Valley. It's been really good fun so far. We should hit a road down the bottom here. Yeah, lost my way. Come through a little bit of woodland, but in actual fact it's like a bit of marsh. Very rough scrub, no clear path. So there's a little track down here. Not so much a track, not even a bridleway, but it's marked on the map and I'm trying to pick it up. Hopefully this isn't a dead end. Yeah, this is quite confusing. Now, it's taking me through some pleasant woodland, but I still don't know where it's leading. I know roughly on the map where I am. This happens, doesn't it? When you go on these rural rambles and you get deep into the rural landscape, you know, a lot of the paths marked on the map, they're not so clear when you get to them. So you just got to keep moving in the general direction in which you think you should be, and hope that you pop out somewhere. Right, there's a stream down here, a brook, and there's some properties, so I might be able to read the map from here now that I can see 1 or 2 features. Because, yeah, getting sweat on, because in these woodlands, you know, dense, thick woodlands, and it's a bit marshy too. There's nothing to footbridge. That's marked on the map. There you go. Knew I'd pop out somewhere. Yeah, I'm pretty much sure where I am now. Yeah, pretty cool. Here we are, Ffynnon Gynydd. That little settlement above the Wye, with the sacred well, Kedra, and the old school, which is there. We'll take a look. Here's the old school, guys, 1876, Ffynnon Gynydd School. Had 2 classrooms, and attached was a home for the head teacher. The head teacher, oh, I forget his name now, but he came, ooh, listen to that, wow, that's a red kite. Yeah, it's a red kite, just up there, wow. Right, I'm going to steady the camera and just zoom in, guys, because the red kite has just come here. It's just landed up there, look. Right, bit of a shudder. There we are. Right next to the school. How about that? Bit of a shudder. Wow, that was quite special. Yeah, a lot went on here at this school. One of the head teachers back in the day, he was going to leave. He'd only just got here, but he made some presentations to the school council, and there were some improvements made. But yeah, 1876, back in the late 1800s, 1900, there was about 70 school children here. Look at that, Ffynnon Gynydd School. Ffynnon Gynydd, Cynidr well, St Cynidr well. What's it say on the headstone there? Erected in loving memory of Walter Fenwick de Winton, aged 27, who died in Central Africa, March 28, 1892, serving God, his country and his fellow men. Well, I'm not sure whether he was serving God or his fellow men. 1892, it would have been quite imperialistic back in them days. And it says at the bottom there, draw water out of the wells of salutation. Yeah, this is an open well. I'm hoping we can get some water out of it. The De Wintons, you know, it says Fenwick de Winton, they were part of the family that owned Myalt Castle, which is down in the valley, which is where we're heading to afterwards. Yeah, Myalt Castle, the estate, used to own a lot of the lands around here, all the way up to the Beggins. And the Beggins, the roundabout, that easy hill with all the views, is only up the road here. It was the De Wintons that gifted the Beggins to the National Trust. I think, yeah, when would that have been? I'll put it up on screen, guys. But yeah, the De Wintons gifted us the Beggins, so that we could enjoy them. The Beggins are those, it has the roundabout, it has the circular wall at the top of the hill with a plantation inside. Me and my friend Keith were up there. That was the last time I was up there, actually, a few years back. Haven't been back since. But yeah, fantastic up there. So that's the De Wintons. Right, I'm just going to have a bit to eat here and just chill out for a bit. You've got some nice seats. It's not very visited, is it? I imagine that back in the day we've had lots of vans go past, you know, everyone drives nowadays, very few people walk. Yeah, it's just, let's have a look. Whoops. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I can draw from this well, that's for sure. Look at that water, that's beautiful. Look. Wow, yeah, look at this water. Yeah, beautiful, eh? I am so happy for water. Water is precious. Look at it. Just the feel of it, the sound of it. It's just precious, isn't it? Look what we're doing to our waterways and our rivers. It's just insane. It just doesn't make sense that we wouldn't look after our rivers and our water. Who in their right mind would poison water? Yeah, I'm loving it here. Cynidr well. St Cynidr it was named after. I think a 6th, 7th century saint. Back in Glaisbury it was known that it was a class settlement, it was known as CLAS, class settlement, which was yeah, ancient orders of religious ancient orders, monastic settlement. So it's been known for religious leadership around here for many, many centuries. So yeah, St Cynidr well. But the water, fantastic. Let's get some of this amazing water. Yeah, it's a beautiful well to visit if ever you're in the Wye Valley area between Hay on Wye and Talgarth. Look at that. It's got stone, sandstone, that'll be sandstone basin right the way around it, which is containing the water. Yeah, it's beautiful. This particular site hasn't been here centuries. It was said that this was situated across the road somewhere. But it's been here long enough and it has a really good feel to it. Thank you, well. Thank you, Spot. Shout out to Spigapoos. Yeah, fabulous water. St Cynidr well, that was fantastic. So I got a bottle of water from the well and I'm really chuffed with that. Nice little sit down, just spent 10-15 minutes really, didn't have a lot of time. And I'm at the top end of Ffynnon Gynydd Common now. I'm going to read a piece from a bit of text that I've brought about the Common, about what happened in the Second World War. 1940, yeah, I think it was 1942 or 43. Some big caterpillar machinery came up here and they started turning the Common, removing all the big stones and this, that and the other, making preparations for food basically, because, you know, the nation needed food. The Germans were blockading imports from the nation. You know, we couldn't get enough food in, if you like, so we had to grow our own, make our own. Cattle, pigs, chickens, you know, the lot. Cereal crops, all sorts. Yeah, battery died. Yeah, 1.5 million acres they had to find in the UK. So I bet everything was really tight. Every bit of common land, every nook and cranny was made use of to make and produce food. So yeah, I'm just going to find a spot out the wind, enjoy these views of the Black Mountains, Mynydd Troed across the way, and read this piece and wrap the video up, and then I'm going to leg it back into Glaisbury. I think I've got enough time. Alright guys, I'll bring you back. That jet. Yeah, just here on the trackside will do, just beyond the Common. Ffynnon Gynydd Common. Some temporary but important events occurred during World War II when the War Agricultural Executive Committees implemented farming changes for a second time. The effect of the War Ags was to increase the productive land in the UK by over 1.5 million acres between 1939 and the early 1940s, and this included large areas of common land. Cattle, sheep, pigs for meat, along with milk, potatoes and cereals were considered to be essential to the food supply, and the War Ags implemented stringent and controlling conditions on the farmers and their activities for the duration of the war. Here's what Fred Lloyd says. He was a resident just off the common there. We've just walked through it now. So Fred Lloyd was a resident there. 60 acres of land were set aside to be farmed in order to produce food, potatoes and corn. Machinery, the like of which had never been seen before, appeared and was used in reclaiming this land. As the ploughing progressed, very large stones came to light, and these had to be removed. 2 or maybe 3 caterpillar tractors arrived, and I can recall them being started up in the mornings. This was achieved by a donkey engine. Nowadays this would be an electric starter motor. The small donkey engine would be started, and through a gradual clutch engagement it would turn the main power engine, and I can clearly remember the roar as these engines burst into life. That was just up in the common there, back in the 1940s, between 39 and 43. It was a big task to remove these very large stones, and they can still be seen at the top of the common. Now I tried to find them, but I couldn't locate them. When the land was prepared, the first crop to be planted was potatoes. Now it's not exactly an even plot of land up there. It's quite undulating. But yeah, potatoes were planted up there. The next crop to be produced on this 60-acre piece of common land was corn, and the first combine I had ever seen arrived. It was, as I recall, self-propelled, with the driver sat up high with good views of the corn being cut. I would say good views of the Black Mountains and the Mynydde Troed, the fantastic views across the way. So I think the combine harvester would have been having a good old time up there. Alright, that's it from me. I'm going to wrap up the video here. I'm on a public right-of-way on my way into Glaisbury. It's a beautiful mixed woodland. It's a bit blowy beyond, so I'm going to stop filming. I had a fantastic day, brilliant views on the way up. If you're in the area, in the Wye Valley area, this loop walk from Glaisbury to Ffynnon Gynydd, St Cynidr well and back again is well worth it. It's about 6.5 miles. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got a comment, please do comment down below. You know me, I always get back to you and I always enjoy the chat. If you want to smash that like button, give us a thumbs up, or give the well a thumbs up, give the views a thumbs up, Ffynnon Gynydd, the common, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe guys. I'm always uploading, always doing something interesting. I'm getting fitter. You saw me jogging earlier. I wasn't able to do that this last couple of years. It's been a bit of a nightmare, but yeah, I'm getting stronger, so I'm going to be out there doing multi-day hikes before long, and I really look forward to it. Okay, if you want to subscribe, please do hit that button down below. Until next time, take good care.